Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome as we get ready here for the North American Challenger Qualifiers. My name is Kyle Lars. Alongside to my right-hand side, we do have Todd, and we will be bringing you the qualifiers to start things off here for North American Challenger. Todd, it's bright and early-ish. How are you doing?
Top of the morning to you. Can we say that yet? Actually, I don't even know. Excited for some StarCraft here. It's going to be the North American Challenger online qualifier #1 there, where we get to find out the first few names to qualify for this weekend's bigger qualifier. And a couple of big names already signed up for this one. Neeb stands out, so pretty excited for all these games that we're going to have. And maybe some fan favorite as well.
Yeah,
like
noticeably. We shall see. Noticeably, Neeb did not actually qualify through directly into the actual challenger that is to come along. So let me run down the format, what we have here. Across the next week, we will have 4 days worth of games. We're going to have today and tomorrow, which are the qualifiers going into Friday and Saturday, which will be a 16-man double elimination bracket. 8 players have already guaranteed themselves spots there. We are today going to find out 4 moving on to that, and then tomorrow finding out another 4. So 16 players in that double elimination bracket.
Math on stream. You did
Math
it.
on stream.
Good job.
Thanks. And it's $10,000.
Yeah.
A lot of money on the line.
Yeah, actually, for online qualifiers, it's very, very rare that you're going to have this much, but that's why StarCraft is the best and Challenger's the best. From playing home in your boxes and pajamas, you can make this much money. This is what dreams are made of, Kailaris, and it kind of makes me want to play, actually, but
yeah.
too bad I'm that bad.
Yeah.
I was warming up for this tournament, got cannon rushed twice, so I'm glad that I can be there on the sidelines casting these amazing players that we're going to see tonight.
Well, if you were playing, there would be the opportunity at one of 4 spots going over into Dreamhack Austin, which is the WCS Circuit event, the first proper circuit event that's to come here for the 2017 season. So if you're one of the top 4 from that double elimination bracket on Friday and Saturday, you will gain yourself entry towards that. And across the board, it's 1,000 WCS points being distributed between all of the players that we're going to be seeing here throughout, well, the double elimination bracket down the line, once we've had these players
usual,
qualified.
right? The more you win, the more money you win, the more WCS points you win, that also translated to money. So that's why we love the WCS format and all these players getting a chance as well. With the ladder, I really think it's super cool, the integration of the ladder. That plays a big part in the WCS formats too. And yeah, it's just the evolution of the whole format here that we're seeing in its full effect. And I think players have come to quite like it as well.
Well, it's a good point that you bring that up, because I think the top 8 players that did get seeded into that into the Challenger already are the top 8 players from the ladder, right? So
yeah,
that's very important to note.
The grinders getting rewarded.
Yeah, doing well for themselves. We can take a look at the bracket, actually, and see what is going to be going on throughout the day. It is a single elimination bracket, and we will be covering the first 4 rounds, basically, because once you win a quarterfinal, you are advanced through into that double elimination.
So 1 game on each of these rounds. Yeah, we've got Neeb up there, Seed 1, Neuro is in this qualifier as well, the legend himself, M. Canning. Are you ready for some sick Protoss play and some Disruptor action? Poke Bunny is in it. No regrets. Gonna be playing it as well from South Korea.
I thought Panda Bear Me was quite on the rise as well. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's one of those guys that like you can't really sleep on. Like, wouldn't surprise me if he did very well there. BioEye's been around for a long time. That guy, back in the day, won one of the Battlegrounds qualifiers that I was holding. A satellite, you know, where he won the trip to go there. Suppy is in it, Avilo. And Ruff, the legends, ready to proxy some more buildings and kill his opponents of crazy builds.
Suppy is playing, wow. Isn't he busy being a high-flying super doctor? Isn't that what he ended up doing?
Okay, here's the thing with Suppy. He's like a super genius. No matter what he's doing, he always hops on some of these tournaments and sometimes put on some good performances. So he's another one of those guys that you can't count out. Once was considered like one of the better players in North America, one of the best American players as well. So
that's true. Previously,
maybe we'll cast him.
Long time ago that we were able to see Suppy kind of, or at least myself, cast Suppy a long, long time ago. So what first match did you find for us, Mr. Todd, for our round of 64?
The most notorious names all seem to have a bye in the first match, but the one who doesn't, he's called avilo.
Oh, yeah?
So we might do his game. I asked for it. Let's see if...
Okay. Did you get any response to that?
Yeah, they've started vetoes.
So. Uh-oh. All right. Well, what a way to start things off, if we actually do get into that. Notorious himself, to say the least.
God, I'm reading the chat.
I am
The
not.
memes are real.
Yeah. Well, we are in North America, so there's no surprise there. It's early in the morning here for us in Europe. It is currently 2 a.m. So adjusting sleep schedule was a little bit difficult for me on the same time zone.
I'm a professional, man.
Apparently, you woke up at 5.
I went to bed at 9 a.m. Okay, that was hard, actually. Staying up until like 8, 9. Actually, I gave up at some points. Like, I was like 1 hour or half an hour off from where I wanted to go to bed. And then I woke up at 5 p.m. today. To start a tournament at 2 a.m., I think it's pretty good because then I won't be tired until it's like, say, like 8 to 9 a.m., which is when we should be finishing here. So then I can go straight to bed this whole week. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. And then after this...
If you want some advice on adjusting to your sleep schedule, let me know.
I can do it when I'm traveling, but when I'm here, I've never really had to do it too much. So, yeah, a little bit difficult. Hey, audio is a little bit off. Kyle Harris is louder than Todd. Thank you very much. I can adjust that because I'm the producer.
You are louder?
Apparently,
I can bring my mic a little bit closer as well.
Well, maybe that works. Talk. Say something. Hello, my name is Todd.
1 2 1 2 the 3.
1 to the notorious avilo. Okay. All right. Okay. So, hopefully that fixes things.
Actually,
fine here.
From round 2, we have a lot of good matchups. I would say, like from round 1, you know, like I said, like the most notorious players that we have in this qualifier. It's pretty straight up. From round 2, there will be some possibilities for matchups between 2 known players. Let me have a look quickly. There's a lot of buys in round 1. There's like a weird number of players, you know, where it's like barely over 64, so that like a lot of players get a buy in round 1.
Yeah. No, I think it's slightly under 64.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Maybe something like that.
Yeah. Because some people, as much as we had 66 signups in total, obviously some people might not show up during all of that process. So yeah, a few people did.
Actually, I'm not familiar with a lot of these players here in this.
Likewise, when I was looking through it, but that's kind of cool overall. Like to see that actually a lot of like lesser known players in North America are saying, okay, this is Challenger, this is completely open. We can try it for ourselves and go up against some of those big names maybe down the line.
We only do 1 quarter?
Yes. I mean,
can we do more?
I mean, if you really want to at this time.
I think it would be good because those are going to be the big matches. If I'm looking at the bracket and the favorites win.
We're already scheduled to do 1. So, no.
Let's do all of them.
You just want us to die.
Neeb against Mechanic, man. I'm salivating thinking about this match.
Is that actually the match that would happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
In the first quarter. And that's only the first quarter.
That is.
Hold your horses.
Oh, God, here we go.
Then no regret against Poke Bunny.
Potentially, yeah.
Panda Bear Me. Well, I'm only theorizing here, guys. Like, if you're one of the players in this bracket and you hear me like theorizing about the favorites winning, I'm going by seeds, all right? I'm not saying you're going to lose. You have a chance.
Oh, we have an invite. Oh.
Is that me? Yeah.
Yes, that is you. You can hear the invite sound, and I will
check.
But
I didn't know if anyway.
Oh, wait, did you get in?
Panda Bear Me against BioIce is a potential matchup.
I think you're not in this lobby. Error.
Re-invite me, please.
Error. Where are you? Todd. Please wait. Invite to game. There we go.
Avilo could play rough in round 3. Just saying.
Is this working? Dun dun dun. Yeah.
I mean,
congrats.
So Avilo, our first match here is going to be facing. How do you say Geeden? Help me out. Help the French out.
Geeden. Yeah, you can go Geeden. Geeden. Yeah, let's do that.
He's going to be facing Geeden, a Zerg player who is. Let me check his profile.
So many Avilo subs.
Of course.
Fantastic. Okay, so yeah, I did update a little bit of the sound balance. Hopefully that is okay for you guys. And we should be getting into this pretty soon then.
All right, Geeden is a Masters player. He plays Zerg.
Yes.
And he has 5,182 MMR. Not bad at all.
What MMR are you at, Todd?
Like 5.6.
Okay.
I started laddering quite a bit again, actually. And like at first, my goal was to win MMR. Then next step was I'm trying not to lose MMR. And now I'm trying to lose MMR as little as possible because I'm just getting crushed.
It's gone through steps.
I started at 5.8 like not too long ago, and then now I'm at 5.6.
Okay.
Avilo actually is on 5.5 almost MMR, so not the biggest gap. He's in Grandmaster. He's like the guy that we know he is, you know, like who loves to play longer games with his own styles, some mech here and there. So we'll see if he uses that there.
I'll tell these guys, good luck, have fun. And we are starting things on Abyssal Reef, my favorite map in the map pool.
Yeah?
Because of the physics. It's brilliant.
Tell me about it.
There's things firing off all over the place. It's like fireworks. It's great.
That's what it takes for you to be happy in an RTS like StarCraft?
I'm like, ooh, ah. And that's about it.
When you go to Disneyland, it's like the best day ever for you?
Yeah, basically, yeah. I stay until the very end, watch all the fireworks. To be fair, I haven't been for a long time. Ever since I was a kid, really. Noni? Noni's online. Is this the real Noni? Or is this a fake Noni? Or
no,
they call him Nooni, right?
I think he tried to sign up, but it didn't work for him.
I guess I missed something then.
He forgot to check it.
He probably did.
I don't know.
Okay, so you're the host, so you can press go.
I was like waiting. Who's gonna?
I don't know. All right, well, thank you very much for joining us so far, ladies and gents, as we get into our first round. This is the round of 64, as we get at least 4 series throughout the night, or a day. What time is it there? It's 5 p.m. We're starting in America, right? So evening for you guys over there, and we get down to business.
It's like afternoon, no? Like we're like 9 hours ahead of West.
That overlay that they've given me.
By the way, you're on me, I think.
Oh, I am on you. Oh, phew. I was worried
I was paying attention. I was like, I don't want to observe.
All right, so indeed, up to the top left-hand corner in the green, we have Mr. Geeden as our Zerg, representing NG. Don't know who NG are, but there you go. And then down to the bottom right-hand corner, representing avilo NA. Of course, in the purple, it is avilo.
Avidoggy.
Avidoggy. Look at it. It's a doggy. Doge. All right, so where's he going? Already sending
He's
out.
going to proxy a barracks, looks like. And NG stands for Nocturnal Gamers, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I clicked on his profile just before the game. I'm not that knowledgeable.
No, you're in there. You're in there. That's good.
Actually, he's not. He's just going for a super quick scouts.
Yeah.
Here is Avilo going for a barracks at home, followed by gas. So not going to be going for any proxied Reaper or anything like that.
Oh, that's right. I'm observing as well. So not done this for a while. It's going to be a fun experiment, Todd.
Full rust.
Full rust. Oh my god, my mouse is getting caught. Oh, it's all going wrong already. Good job I have the follow button. So I can follow this SCV alone. So, what are we going to see? Geeden already going for his gas, getting his spawning pulled down. This little scout from Avilo was very thorough. Did go down to the third base to check if there was anything going on down there.
Yeah, he wanted to make sure he's not getting cheese, I guess. Didn't want to get surprised by somebody who he most certainly think, well, to be honest, there's not that many people that he considers to be worse than him, but definitely not a guy with less MMR than him like this.
Yeah.
He's keeping his SCV out on the map, trying to spot whether there's a quick third going down. It's weird because he saw the entire build, so he should know what's next, right? Like the timing on that speed and all that, but he's still being super active out on the map with that SCV. Second gas now going to be on the way for Avilo. And a factory is going to follow this up pretty quickly, even before any kind of reactor, looks like, yeah. And he's going to start the reactor right after this, so still very, very standard. Now the big question is, what style does Avilo use? Do we see a lot of factories? Do we see a lot of air? He's known for playing a crazier brand of Terran than most would. Oh my god, the Reaper! Woo!
Okay.
Almost lost that.
I need to follow these combat units. Okay, so at least he gets the 2 Zerglings and he'll recharge his health.
He bunker blocks the third base, actually. Oh, he lost the SCV.
No.
Not the best of micro, actually, I have to say. Like, he took so much damage on the Reaper, like, you're not supposed to really let that happen.
Wait, did the Reaper just die?
No. He has it, but like,
okay.
To take so much damage means that you have to play extra careful for a long time, then you can't keep on applying pressure.
Yeah.
For a while, remember, the grenade takes a whole lot longer now to reload, and he's not able to block that third base, so a good win here for Geeden.
Not too bad at all. And behind all of this, what do we have going on for avilo? He swapped his factory out onto the reactor already, getting himself his starport up and moving his barracks so he can get an add-on for that as well. So Hellions, sadly not the new skin of Hellion, which looks like fantastic Mad Max era Hellions, but overall will be fun to see what he's going to end up getting done with these.
You remind me of this one time you made the epic voice and you were like, here we are on the Fury Road.
Did I do that?
Yeah, something like that. I remember at some point in a game where there was like Hellions and stuff.
So we'll see what we can bring back in these next couple of days, Todd. As these Lings are going to have a look around themselves. They already see the Hellions at the front. Maybe a little bit of pressure.
Look at the main base of avilo. The fusion core is starting.
Oh my god.
As soon as he swaps that starport onto the tech lab. Nice repair on that mule, actually, saving that there. Avilo up to his old shenanigans there. And not starting anything just yet from the starports.
Fusion core this early.
I would have expected a Raven maybe or something to be made.
Is it? Can you have like speed Banshee from this sometimes? Is that something that we've seen Ryung do before?
I mean, it's possible, especially out of somebody, like I said, like avilo. I'm a little bit surprised he didn't go for a Banshee yet if he wanted to go for that.
Right, right.
Almost feels like he wants to go straight into some sort of battle cruiser, which would be pretty insane.
I'm gonna hope for the speed Banshees, but I'm not really holding my breath. As this
I love how the Overlord, by the way, scouts this.
Yeah.
And if he saw a fusion core finish this quick, he'd be like, "What the hell?" And he's gonna see it as well. I mean, he saw that nothing was being made from the starport at first, and he sees that now something started, and he sees the fusion core in the back of the main base.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's gonna be like, "All right, well." Perhaps now would be a good time to cancel at least the carapace upgrade on the ground, because against battlecruisers doesn't really matter if you have carapace upgrades or not.
Oh my god, he's getting Yamato as well.
Yeah, tech 2 lair, get a Spire, quick! Geeden! You're scaring me, mates!
He's
not getting anything, he's not getting lair.
No, he's just going range. And now the lair is on the way.
Maybe he's gonna get mass roach and attack, but yeah.
How many queens does he have? 7. 7 queens. But that's... I think you still need a bit more firepower, right, against a battlecruiser. But how... Alright, clearly I've been out of the loop in StarCraft for a while. Is this common, this early a battlecruiser? Or am I just...
Well, more and more Terrans have been playing this battlecruiser style. TY is one of the guys that really... even when streaming has shown that this style is like kind of like a master at it.
But this early? Or...
usually, I think they do it a little bit differently than this. Like, this is like the fastest that you can get.
The Banshee at the battlecruiser. Oh my god, this is right on his doorstep. This is a single battlecruiser with Hellions, 2 Cyclones coming out as well. Queens and Lings are going to greet this and push it back quite quickly. And it's going to just Yamato Cannon down onto one. So that's going to take... that's going to take a while to recharge, though, for the Yamato Cannon.
Yeah.
So he got 1 queen for this current push and realizes that there was too many queens.
So it's not going to be mass BCs, by the way. Avilo's going for factories behind this. And he can just stay across the map, keep on using Yamato Cannon, tactical jump back home if he needs to. By the time there's going to be the right units to counter this battlecruiser, he should have that up.
Yeah. So
he just can stay out on the map, apply some pressure with this, and in the meantime, take a 3rd base and then go into, I guess, a ton of tanks on the ground.
I suppose technically speaking, whenever you actually go in for the trades, I suppose you just Yamato Cannon something, then walk away, then Yamato Cannon. But does it do enough damage to kind of stifle the progression of a Zerg?
It doesn't do a lot of direct damage.
Yeah.
Like you just kill a queen here and there, but he forced a lot of units that weren't drones being made because of that. And that's the whole point of what you want to do in general when you play against Zerg across all matchups. Like Protoss is the same. In this case, the economy of the Zerg of 74 drones right now, it's good, but it was reached much later than you would have liked to.
Yamato's up on this battlecruiser. You could just turn around and pick one off and then jump away. Or stay there and take a lot of damage.
Jump or gets out of there.
Oh, I love the follow button. Thank God for the follow button. I will never end up knowing where these battlecruisers would go otherwise.
Queen's about to die up there.
Oh, there's another one, yeah.
Out of range. Don't walk back there. Well, I guess he wants to deny the killing of these crypt tumors.
And then run away. Oh, this is already fun to watch. It's so funny. Just never again going to end up getting them. Yeah, I used to watch a lot of Nathanius' stream when he would just kind of make a lot of battle cruisers and then just, you know, just teleport away after he just Yamada cannons some things. Helion's going to get into the mineral line over here as well. See if we can get any workers killed off. Got one or two. Just one even, I should say. Not much else than that.
I wonder if Geeden has any intention at this point of taking into Hive and stuff, because so far, like, he's going for 2-2. Like I said, he's finally reached the economy that he wanted to get. He's on 78 drones right now. He's only making units. So I have to wonder, does he plan for some sort of attack? And if he does, is it just like pure ground he goes across the map, or does he get a Nidus or something like that? Because right now, his army is starting to look pretty scary. Already from game number 1, we can start looking at the supply, Kailaris.
We can. This
89 army supply to 50.
That's a tactical jump away with one of those battle cruisers already. And how many tanks are actually out here? There's only 4 tanks out to try and stop this from actually.
Oh, he's gonna get it! Just before! Just. Oh, wow.
Oh.
That was so sick.
That's nice. Yeah, and there's only 1 tank currently set up at this
Tactical
location.
jump was like 3 seconds away. This is the worst.
So he realizes 1 tank's already set up. A few more at the back lines.
Oh, that Planetary is close to finishing.
He's going to try and go in here against that, and he already kills off 1 siege tank, but he loses a lot in the process there. Those siege tanks take no prisoners.
That's like a mid-grinder of a position if you attack into this with that Planetary Fortress now up. It looks like Avilo is going to stabilize on 4 bases against a Zerg player who's only now taking a 5th base and saturated it, and that's only the minerals. Yeah, I think Geeden realizes he can attack, so he's going to go into Infestation Pit and Hive, but in terms of tech, it feels like he's way further behind to where he should be right now.
Trying to draw him out of position and get on towards the Planetary Fortress. However, those won't have too much easier time there.
There's already a 5th command center on the right of this from Avilo that is ready to fly to that base just below his 4th base. And with these sensor towers, he sees every single movement as well from his opponents.
It's true. Keeping good tabs on things so he can reposition those siege tanks whenever he needs to, as well as those extra little bits of firepower coming out from the battle cruisers, and there's a lot of Ravens being produced now.
And COVID reactor. It's time to have some fun, man.
Yeah, I guess so. Those Hunter Seekers, or the Seeker missiles even, I should say. They're not called Hunter Seeker now, are they? It was a long, long time ago they were called that. But anyway, these Hydralisks and Lings just going to ball up towards his backside and not really do too much. Whoa, that's a lot of saturation here, Avil. That's...
I'm a little bit surprised he made 1 more command center already, like around his natural, when he had the one on the right. And oh, he's gonna make that into a PF.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, he's just not.
That's for actually, like when he took the 3rd base, you know, it almost feels like you wanna get a PF so that you're gonna be able to defend the 3rd base easier. Avilo found a good solution here with just getting a 3rd regular orbital command and then adding a PF next to it.
Kills off 2 more queens. Has to get on out of there. I think he could technically tactical jump away with that, so he's okay.
I think he wanted to save it.
Yeah, just in case. So he could actually go for another harassment move.
This army from Avilo, he even has ghosts now.
Oh, does he? What the? How did that happen? He's got a few in there as well. All right, so what are we looking at? 3 ghosts, 8 siege tanks. Then we're going to have a lot more Ravens joining this very, very soon. Geeden is slowly in a position where, as much as he's going up to Hive, all of these Hydralisks and Lings aren't going to be too useful very soon.
Avilo is a master of his craft.
Just sits in the corner.
Personal cloaking on the way now as well for his ghosts. And we could be in for a long game there. Creep is basically everywhere on the map.
Yep.
It takes a certain type of mindset to be able to play game after game against Zerg and be able to really accept that they're going to be basically creep spreading and seeing the entire map, but that it's not going to matter because you're going to build a perfect army, you're going to harass just the right amount, and then eventually you'll kill their maxed out army with your better one that you will have made.
Turned into Hellbats. Not really sure they're going to get much done. They were tracked the entire way.
Yeah, he brought him home while he's morphing a planetary fortress on his 5th base. So that's a win in itself.
And setting up siege tanks to make sure that this location will not get attacked anytime soon.
What can be good against this style of Avilo, you ask me? Well, if you get a lot of Vipers and you get some good abducts, you might be able to do very well, but that's why Avilo knew about this. He's been very vocal about this in the past as well, and that's why he made a ton of ghosts to be able to get the right EMPs sniped if he needs to. And he's also adding a ton of Ravens, so it feels like to counter his army, you need to get the perfect mix that's basically impossible to get, because it forces you to get low-tier units in the first place. You will need the Festus as well, right, against this flock of Ravens. land the perfect fungal, which he also won't let you get.
Wow. Can Parasitic Bomb technically do anything against it if he actually gets in the right location? But that being said, he EMPs almost every single Viper. That's going to cause some problems. Blinding Cloud on the floor there, trying to soak up some of this damage, but walking into this is death here for Geeden if he's not careful.
Yeah, this I think he's starting to lose patience, and this is the worst thing that can happen here to a Zerg player. Especially behind this, there is a big economy, but there's not much gas for the Zerg player. So he's going to go for 86 Zerglings and 15 Corruptors to try and counter this army of avilo here, who I don't expect to counterattack, because you know that Zerg's going to be able to reproduce units very quickly behind this. Even if they lose way more and you're ahead in supply by quite a bit, you shouldn't get over-eager in this position, and I don't think avilo will be. I think he's just looking to try and kind of keep on expanding. As long as he splits the map and he keeps on getting cost-effective trades, he's happy to get them. I mean, look at resources lost. The difference.
I can't remember how I look at that. How do I look at it?
Just L.
L.
Or even Shift L, like the units, units that died.
I've got it. There we go.
That's a pretty big difference.
Oh, yeah?
Especially gas-wise.
Oh my god.
Dear Lord.
Well, let's see how this is going to work out. He's getting adrenal glands, but again, I don't really see...
Tactical jump.
Oh. No. Whee, bye-bye. So,
That's
gets out with one at least, but all of these lings down towards the bottom, I'm not sure how they're going to be able to flood on forwards.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think he's hoping that avilo will be too tank heavy. And tanks and Ravens are not the best units, and Ghost as well against Zerglings. The thing is, though, avilo is so well set up defensively that he shoots cities coming, and as long as he's in a good position, he will crush these masslings.
Yeah.
You never know, though. I think Zerg is mostly counting on avilo to maybe lose patience himself and attack, which is kind of foolish, right? Like, that shouldn't really happen. Like, for example, if avilo had countered in the moment I talked about it, it would have been very good for the Zerg. I think he would have crushed the entire army of avilo and have won the game. That's why avilo also didn't go for that attack, because masslings would have killed what he had on the ground.
And cleaning up creep with auto turrets. So why on earth not? Although that being said, he's taking some of these a lot far forward, getting nukes as well on the way. Will abduct one or two of those Ravens and kill them off, whilst he moved forward there with a lot of those Zerglings to try and get some tanks. But the problem is that there's going to be so many Ravens out.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do against that?
avilo's going to start to have a lot of fun. Really soon, just running around and nuking all of the bases of the Zerg. And if he nukes a lot of them simultaneously, it's very hard to actually spot that red dot and save your mineral line everywhere at the same time. You ever heard the D.Va voice back?
Yes, I have.
Nuclear missile ready. Yeah. Nerf this.
Nerf this. I have Overwatch flashbacks of that. That's
too bad nukes are not nearly as good as D.Va's ultimate.
No, exactly. The most destructive force in all of video gaming.
People who complain about High Templar, Storms, and Colossus. You ever played against the D.Va?
Have you ever had a mech blow up near you before? All right. Well,
have you ever heard nerf this and not seen the mech instantly? That's usually when you know you're dead.
Have you ever heard nerf this and not had that D.Va get play of the game? No, it doesn't happen. Anyway.
More upgrades coming in here from avilo. Advanced ballistics, so he might actually go into Liberators here. In a minute, cheap weapons level 1, Infernal Pre-Igniter. He's just getting everything. Yeah. He's covering all of his bases. He's kind of like, you know that late game PvZ where even though no mutas have been necessarily made just yet and you have a lot of Stargates, you get Anion Pulse Crystals just in case the Zerg does a muta transition. It's kind of the same thing. I think avilo wants to be ready for everything. He might have to add some Hellions against the ton of Lings, right?
Yeah, makes sense, makes sense. He did sacrifice a few, I assume, just to kind of get more Ravens out at this point. He just wants a massive ball of them. But you're right, if he needs to transition later on, he definitely can. As there is a Ghost running about.
Can I just be honest? I picked the right game to start this.
I mean,
Qualifier,
yeah, I suppose so. Especially if we're going to get nukes, although they're going to a base that doesn't really have much nuke potential.
There's a Widowman actually on top right that's somehow burrowed, but they're going to get sniped.
Sorry, little
defended. Yeah.
Okay,
really?
So he's nuking and...
Oh, the main goal is the one on the left here.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
If he can get that one.
Does he drop the scan?
Okay, just listen. Look at this one on the left.
I'm seeing both, mate. I've got both.
Oh, man.
Easy peasy.
And he's renuking immediately the one at the top. I think he's just going to chain nuke until the hatchery dies as well.
Does he have enough?
Raven's actually setting up on the left-hand side.
Some Lings just walked in. He doesn't have another nuke.
Oh, the base on the left.
What?
Say hello to my little friends.
Oh my god. That is...
It's funny because they expire quick, but it's just enough time to snipe the hatchery.
Yeah, they do a lot of damage. So now he finds this...
Oh, actually, a lot of Ravens are dying on the left-hand side, but he landed some auto turrets and he dealt some damage to these Corruptors.
I am so out of practice here with him. But we'll see. We'll keep going. We'll be fine. Let's see. How many Ravens does he have now? He has 15 in the moment. They're really going to have a lot of zoning potential available to them once they get going, but Corruptors are a lot faster now, right? So even when they try and step forwards, they're always going to get really chased down.
Yeah. So here's the split map situation. Avilo will keep on expanding uncontested. You can see at the bottom left, he's setting up turrets already. And the latest bases that were taken from the Zerg are now being denied thanks to nukes and Ravens. So Avilo, even though in terms of economy, like he's not even maxed out or anything right now, in terms of pure economy, he's going to have the Zerg eventually span his bank and run out of gas or resources, and in particular of gas, which is very important here in the positions that the players are in right now. And unless the Zerg can really better defend everything that Avilo's throwing at him, there is almost no way to avoid that. So far, I think he's done an okay job, but losing that base on the left-hand side and, you know, getting so many drones nuked is obviously pretty annoying.
He does know that this nuke is going down on this right-hand side, I think.
By the way,
Geeden.
Hyperflight rotors about to complete, Carelise. That's the Banshee speeds for you.
Get everything. But you're right, I wanted that at the beginning. Sadly, I only got battle cruisers. I say sadly, but I mean, that's really good.
You called it and it's there, that's all I know.
20 minutes into the game. Another
There's
nuke.
a Cyclone on the left-hand side killing Hatch. Look at that guy going to work.
He's gonna get it!
That's like you. That's like you today.
Yeah, just constantly
You
going.
put your boots on and you go to work.
I know, man. 5 hours here, setting up the studio and everything. We got that. He got the hatchery as well. I just wanted to watch the nuke, I'll be honest
Ooh,
with
the
you.
snipes in the middle of the map.
All right, I'm here. I'm here.
Some
Let's
of these
get him.
ghosts were actually a little bit far out of position.
Oh my god.
Geeden losing patience.
And the Ultralisks died off instantly. He had no front wall for that attack. Oh, GG. Avilo takes game number 1.
Good old Avilo.
Good old Avilo.
With these resources lost.
Where is
At the end, I would have liked to see that.
Score summary, units, build order, graphs. There we go. Resources. No, okay.
It's funny, actually, even Walker's active. Avilo reached like 74-ish, or like, you know, right amount, and then from there you can like tell from the graph, like he never really lost any walkers. He was never in any danger. It's for the Zerg to kind of defend. It's kind of hard to counterattack unless you're gonna go for some sort of drops, a Nidus and stuff. Like it feels you have to make a difference before that. But the first misstep for Geeden was just that he was massing Roach Hydralisks, and then he wanted to go for that big timing. That's pretty much... It's close to an all-in, because even though you have a ton of drones and stuff, you haven't invested in any follow-up tech. So either this attack does a lot of damage and you're in a good position, or it does nothing and then you're in a terrible position. The latter happened there. Avilo was ready defensively, as he often is, and from there Geeden was playing at a deficit, and he stayed in the game longer, but Avilo just too solid with this style.
Is there any... Oh, we're going to go... Okay, we're going to go to Proxima Station for our next game. Do you think that Geeden just kind of has to hit earlier, but do you even think that there are windows for him to try and hit?
I think there are some... Maybe all lanes or timings that can be better than this and work. Obviously, like it's not like, you know, Avilo never loses. Like I said, though, he's a master of his craft, and he's fully aware that players are going to be trying to kill him before he can get there as well. So he plays actually a pretty safe version of that build, I would say. I don't actually think, like, unless you blind counter him, it's very hard to pick the proper build that will actually beat him.
Yeah. It feels like it's very early you would have to hit him. Something like rushing to a battle cruiser and fusion car is very greedy, but at the same time, once that does come out,
I mean, he didn't even get a Raven or a Banshee, which is crazy in itself. He did get some Cyclones, though, and Cyclones are pretty good against pretty much everything.
Yeah, a lot, yeah.
However, like I said, like sometimes I think out there can work. We'll see if Geeden mixes in a different build.
We jumping in to Proxima Station, down to the bottom left-hand corner in the green. It's going to be Geeden. And then up to the top right, we have in the purple. He's the infamous Avilo. 1 up currently in this best of 3.
How long was that first game? It was like 20 minutes plus.
Yes, it was. Avilo creating walls, something that North America is going to be very good at very soon. Should take inspiration from avilo.
Nobody gave him force fields or sentries, but yet he's redesigning maps with his own cliffs.
That's what he does. And you can't catch him because he'll just teleport around with his battle cruisers. He's the full package, Todd.
Oh, please. Relax, Apollo, okay?
Apollo, who's that?
The guy who was calling everybody the full package.
He's the full package.
Starting with San.
Starting with San. Oh, bless San. Oh, I liked San. He was great. All right, let's see what's going to happen.
Again, a pretty early on scout here for avilo, wanting to know exactly what he's up against. And not taking the pocket expansion here first for Geeden. That's going to allow him to creep spread forward. Also, sometimes you can disguise a build. You know, you can pretend that you're going to take that, but actually you do a 2-base that hits harder and better and faster.
That's true. That is true. I'm wondering overall, though, this early-ish scout here from avilo, I guess, lends itself nicely to the idea of him using this initial Reaper and the potential of that bunker block on the third base to kind of put his opponent on off keel a little bit so that he can try and get away with some more of those, like, very quick to that battle cruiser, for example.
Yeah.
Sitting there and doing stuff like that.
Yeah, that Reaper does a great job scouting, but you can't deny that, especially like depending on the maps. You can do a better job on some others. And if you can keep that guy out and go for like a big roach rush, I do think that this is one of the builds that could be dangerous if avilo was to face that early on, especially like with the build that he did last game. Again, he skipped Banshee, he skipped Raven. It's pretty tough to hold some of these rushes, so we'll see if Geeden tries one of those or if he wants to try his hand once again at a more regular game, taking bases.
Geeden got to be a little bit careful with these drones towards his natural. The Queen's not out yet, so they will be under assault. Is he going to get it? He does get one.
avilo didn't spot the third hatchery going down.
He's going to get a second.
He should expect it though.
Close.
That was sick.
Oh, the third hatchery down towards the back.
Yeah, he didn't spot that, but I think he fully expects it. Probably
Yeah.
saw the drone headed there. Sometimes people disguise that and go for an all-in anyway. Not Geeden. He's just going to go for the third hatchery. Very, very standard. And so far, everything looks the exact same here from avilo. Starport's going to start again. Remember, he got a tech lab on his barracks last game, swapped that with the starport and started the fusion core immediately when the starport finished as well.
Reaper still looking about a bit. Gets the confirmation finally of this third base. And from that point on, it's probably going to be sacrificed.
Yeah. Let's play a game here for Funkelis. If avilo gets fusion core, where does he make it?
At the back of the mineral line. Oh, he's getting an armory! Oh, we pan over and we find something
You
different.
would have been right. Yeah, he does something different. You would have been right. It's very easy to take these habits of like putting it there. It's also very smart on a map like this because when Zerg sends his overlord in, he won't necessarily like spot it right away. It's gonna take time. Sometimes you're gonna have something to deny the scouting as well and snipe the overlord even before the Zerg player can see it. We've got Hellions being made, and the Banshee is gonna be made so far. This time from avilo. So it's gonna be Banshee Hellbats with Cloak on the way. A very different. That's the thing, right? avilo can mix in different builds.
Yeah.
He reveals some aliens there, but I mentioned going for an all-in and trying to kill avilo. If Geeden had done that this game, he might have actually done really bad because of that, right? Like, if imagine if he was going for a roach rush now. This Banshee will kill everything. He would have Hellions. He would just have to repair his wall and actually have an easy win here, potentially. So we see Geeden going for the +1 missile. No double evo this time around. An early roach one and a very quick lair.
Well, it makes sense in terms of the tempo of a series. I like it a lot. So this Banshee is going to be moving across. The Hellion is joined with a Cyclone over here as well, just in case anything's to be coming out.
I wonder if Geeden's planning aggression here with the +1. Some sort of mass roach.
Oh my god, a second starport already.
Maybe Nidus, maybe Tunneling Claws. Maybe I'm reading into this too much.
I guess the Roaches, you know, again, they would help out all right against the Hellbats if they were to come along, but for now, it's the Banshee just skirting around the left-hand side. There's no Spore Crawlers here. Where is the one?
There's one in the main.
There's a Nidus just gone down, Todd.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I think it's one of the things that can work as well, actually. Like, this could be very dangerous. Obviously, if he wasn't losing drones, he would be a lot better for Geeden here.
Yep.
He has an Overseer nearby and some Queens, so he's going to be able to push that back.
Got 6 workers, though.
Interesting that he made the Nidus there in the third base. He's very well hidden, actually. If nothing flies there, avilo won't be able to spot it. There is an overload towards the right-hand side. Actually, there is a little bit of overloads everywhere, but yeah, towards the right-hand side of Geeden. The Viking, though, if it finds the overloads immediately, how are you supposed to Nidus? Because you want the Nidus inside of the main very quickly here in this game. You want to load up the squints, and you want to have an Overseer there, by the way. Ideally. There is still that one Banshee alive. Oh, I guess he's going across the map, which is fortunate for Geeden.
This Overlord is moving up here, but the Vikings' path is on the way through this Overlord, so if this Overlord doesn't do its job soon, the Vikings on the way and it'll catch it.
Oh, there's not that many roaches, though. He needs to go for it. He starts it.
There's the Nidus.
It's been spotted. Let's see if avilo pulls some SCVs. He's going to start regrouping units around it. He pulls a ton of SCVs here. The goal, I think, is going to be to try and snipe the Nidus, but the Quints are going to be transfusing it, and there's a lot of roaches.
He can transfuse, and the SCV is just trying to batter it down as quickly as possible, and the Nidus Worm will end up going down. All of these units now isolated with the SCVs buffering here for the Hellbats morphing in, as well as the Cyclone. More SCVs coming off the line. A lot have gone down, but if he holds this off, there's not many follow-ups here for Geeden.
Absolute barbecue here in the main base of avilo. I didn't even realize he had this many Hellbats. It felt like he had a lot less units. Geeden will go for another wave, but I think he realizes here already that he's in a lot of trouble, as avilo has so many units already.
Nidus at the front now. Queens and Roach is going to be coming out of here, and he's going to start assaulting from the front, spreading some creep and making it a little bit easier to go forwards. But holding this ramp shouldn't be too difficult for avilo, don't you think?
Well, I mean, he doesn't really have tanks, to shoot from afar, but in terms of pure units, like that, I mean, the Raven's going to have an auto turret, he's got a Banshee, he's got a ton of Hellbats, a Cyclone. And I like that Geeden doesn't overcommit, actually. He knows that he's ahead on walkers. He knows that a lot of SCVs died in that attack. He's like, you know what? Let me drone up. Let me block your third base.
Yeah.
He's on 61 drones against 40 SCVs. So he can already kind of aim for the next step in his build, which is going to be +2 missile. And then from there, decide whether he wants to go for, Hydralisk to add on. He's going for the Hydralisk den now. Wait, does he actually want to go for some sort of lockdown? Because he just loaded up a bunch of Queens in the Nidus.
It's rare you get
and he's not bringing them out.
Yeah, it's rare you get the chance to actually watch a Zerg contain nowadays, but there you go. There's avilo here. It's a bit stuck.
The Zerg version of having a force field on the ramp ready to force field is having all these Queens and Roaches.
We're going to get you, bro. But I don't think he's going to be coming down anytime soon. So the Queens did actually come out, so they are all here at the front. And there is the Banshee being spotted. It was just doing some scouting, some reconnaissance work.
Double Banshee production here. He's going to synergize well with the tanks. But the fact that the third base has been delayed so much.
SCVs are coming with this.
Whoa.
Let's go. Let's go.
There's a couple Ravens to help with this. If he wants to go for PDDs, maybe he goes for some auto turrets.
Sieging up, trying to push this back. There's not that much energy on the Queens for transfuses, just 1 or 2 there, so they're going to have to move back for the moment. He kills off the Nidus Worm, no more reinforcements. He was trying to spread creep as quickly as possible through the middle of the map, not only to be able to retreat, but also maybe even reinforce later down the line, but it's so far away.
I love how he scans. He has like Ravens right there. Like, you don't really...
true.
I guess he wanted to see the size of the army, but then maybe he should have pulled back, because there was a lot there. avilo trying to lure this Zerg army into his tank range right there.
It's not likely, though, that this Zerg army is going to be able to do a huge amount against this.
Ooh, Hyperflight Rotors with double Banshee production. I'm liking this.
Yeah.
These are going to have a lot of mobility in a game where there is no Spire. So if you keep enough tanks at home to crush any kind of ground army, you can fly across the map and inflict a lot of damage. It's just the Banshees. They're going to be super fast.
Todd. Where are these going? Oh, okay. I forgot that there's rocks here. I thought they were going to come along and join everything, but no, just going over to the cold base.
The road to Mordor is long, Kailash.
Yeah, I swear.
But the gold's promised is right there.
I thought he would just break them down, but never mind. I guess all of his efforts have been at the front to actually kind of put on some pressure.
Careful.
Get some
the Raven.
Nope, doesn't get it.
avilo pushing the grid, even getting forward. Even going for one of the Queens there.
He's done a good job of pushing out to this third and actually securing it.
avilo is adjusting very well, actually, to how Geeden's playing. He's getting a Thor here. He's walled off for the most part on his natural pretty well. Like, he's got the right units at the front, the tanks behind. I don't think you can attack into that position here as Zerg. And Hive is now going to be on the way here for Geeden. Because he has the gold, I think he doesn't need to get as many drones as he got in the previous game. And maybe just go for a ton of Vipers. This game might be good. The backdoor is something we need to remember, and thankfully avilo has a sensor tower, so he sees a lot of exclamation mark here in this position right now.
Yeah, popped just at the right time with that sensor tower. And actually, there's no Overseer with this. He left the
Slap.
Overseer away with the
Slap.
army. Oh, no. He's having to morph one in desperately next to it. Oh, run away. That's all the Hydralisks gone. And then with that, the Banshees have free reign over it anyway, Todd. Ah!
It must feel so helpless to play against avilo, because like if you play passive, you die.
Yeah.
If you play aggressive, every single attack you do is ready with this kind of stuff, and
Just
he
doesn't
reacts
work.
properly.
14, 20 more Hydralisks coming on the way now. Thanks to the fact that, well, I was going to say he had the goal base. At least he has the gases at the goal base, even just a little bit. So that's providing some healthy income here from Geeden to try and continue with this war effort. But it's not going to work out against the slowly building up mech army.
Avilo's on 1-1 upgrades against the 2-1 of the Zerg player. Oh, some Banshees getting caught here, actually.
Almost.
Woo.
Run away.
Almost lost that.
It's good.
One last shot when moving away.
This is my yard. All right.
Actually, more starports here going down for Avilo, who this time around, I don't think he minds too much delaying the fourth base, even though his third base was delayed as well. As long as he's closing in on that maxed out army, his units are supposed to be way better, especially thanks to the tanks.
Can we break the rocks yet? Please.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised actually he hasn't taken that down. Like,
I just keep watching all of these
look
units
at the passing,
bouncing
even yeah, they put their head in the wall there.
Sorry, guys. Oh well. Scan goes down. What did he reveal? He reveals creep.
He wanted to see the army if it's still there and if there's still a lockdown. Now seeing that it's gone, Avilo is probably gonna hurry and take a fourth base a little bit quicker. Like I mentioned, the Banshees being that fast, it allows for Avilo to do this on the left-hand side, move in that position with 4 Banshees to try and snipe some drones. And guess what? It's Christmas, because there's no spores there.
Oh, yeah, he's going to get quite a lot. There's double spire going down behind this, so Geeden is going to try and transition towards something a bit more airborne, but...
I don't think that in this game, Avilo had the economy to get a lot of ghosts. So I would have like Geeden to be ready there with some spores on that base, and just to get a ton of Vipers, maybe up to 8, and then try to be aggressive with some abducts. Even a couple Blinding Clouds, imagine on this clumped up bunch of tanks would have been great if he wanted to attack in that position. Instead, he's just kind of like sat back, so maybe not taking the appropriate steps here to defeat this style of Avilo.
Very difficult.
That hatchery on the left.
Is it going down?
Yep.
Oh my god, he actually had all the Hydras up there for a while and then...
detection, and I think Avilo knew about that. He scans.
Oh well, easy peasy pickings here for the 4 Banshees. And with the fact that they do have that Banshee speed, they are so mobile. Zoom, 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 zoom. Good job.
Avilo is getting close to maxed out there. He's even getting ghosts, recalibrated explosives on the way here.
Why did he just EMP?
The Seeker missiles damage is going to be increased, and its tracking range as well. That increases the chance of landing these tenfolds. And against this army, I mean, against this many Hydralisks, if you land a Seeker missile in the middle of that Hydralisk clump, usually you're pretty happy Terran.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going for it.
He's going to push in
EMP
there.
lands on the Vipers.
Blinding Cloud on quite a few of these tanks as well at the front. That will soak up some of the damage, but we're going to see missiles actually landing on so many of those Hydras at the back, and they get obliterated. That's going to be GG. Avilo takes the series 2-0. Very swift end to that game.
Some fireworks, man. These Seeker missiles just blowing up the entire army of the Zerg there. And a good effort from Geeden. He goes down, but not without a fight. And hopefully we'll see Avilo against more Zergs, maybe some higher caliber, to see if he can keep on doing this well.
Let's see where he is in the bracket. He'd be going up against either Retribution or Lonely SC123, who I have no clue who they are.
You know, the funny thing about playing a long series like this is that you refresh the brackets every single other match has been played.
Of course. Like, oh, what a surprise.
They're all waiting for us.
Yeah. That's fine. I'm not too bothered. Oh, even some people have completed their second round games.
Really?
Yes, down towards the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, so I guess what we're going to do is we're going to go to a break. And when we are back, we're going to have our second round game, hopefully for you here, from our first qualifier from the North American Challenger for WCS qualifiers. Did I already say qualifiers? I think I might have done. We'll see you in a second. Don't go anywhere.